Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. Mm-hmm. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast.
Oh, I missed the countdown.
Dumbass.
Okay. There's guys, we have chemistry problems here.
Welcome back to the State of the League podcast. Only NBA podcast where one of the hosts is an absolute genius and the other is a complete fucking moron.
Yep. That's for sure, guys. That's for sure.
AKA Jokic Joestar. With me as always, the world famous Pablo Escobar. Pablo, how you doing today?
So did you think of any questions for me about the Titan submarine submersible implosion?
No, but I made an Instagram post about like Italy and stuff, just like photo dump, and somebody commented a GIF of the Titan submarine on it. And so I assume they're pretty. I don't know what they want to say to you. I didn't ask.
You probably didn't get it, whatever they put, but I probably would get it.
They were probably like, "This is gonna blow up" or whatever.
Italy?
No, my post. Maybe Italy. I don't know.
Okay. What's your biggest Instagram post? You don't have motion over there.
No. I have, I think 4,000 followers, which is almost entirely from all of the previous TikTok scares. Me just being like, hey, guys, go follow this thing I never post on.
Yeah, you're like a regular nobody over there, like Josh Lerman or something.
Yes, I'm pretty much. I would wager there's plenty of people who like subscribe to the Patreon that probably have more followers than me, or at least more motion on there.
Well, I wonder who's the most famous Patreon subscriber.
Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, dude, seriously?
Yeah,
Black and yellow?
Yeah, exactly. He's in the Patreon. He's on the Discord. Smoking weed all the time.
I love the song about getting high. It's awesome. You know it's a Sugar Ray Summer though.
Oh, I'm down. I hadn't heard that yet, but yeah, no, for sure it's a Sugar Ray Summer. What's the go-to Sugar Ray song?
All the popular ones. I don't know them apart from each other.
Oh my god.
They're all the same song and they're all a masterpiece.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna pitch. What?
Wait, finish what you were saying.
Every Morning by Sugar Ray. That's the song of the summer. What were you going to say?
The latest Mission Impossible is a masterpiece. Guys, if anyone's seen it, the submarine, oh my god, I was on the edge of my seat. It was an impossible mission.
But he chose to accept it. And so, I mean...
Also... there's one part, so I'm gonna spoiler here, everybody. If you're locked
how big
into
of a spoiler is it?
It's not that big a spoiler, and also the movie's been out a couple weeks. But essentially, there's a part where the U.S. president has to bomb a bunch of foreign cities.
Oh.
We're gonna have to nuke.
They
them.
twisted our arm. Damn it.
We don't have to nuke our own city, but they're like, well, we probably should for optics. So
yeah.
You have to pick one American city, and then it's and then it's revealed a little bit later. It's like, did you call your son? And then the president's like, what would I even tell him? And then it's like, okay, so you pick the city that your son is in to nuke. That's
crazy. I'd be pissed if I was this. I'd be like, yo, like. Everybody who's ever posted Malia Obama smoking weed, they're probably in Guantanamo Bay right now, but you can't pick a different city to drop the nuke on? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I just saw the Phoenician Scheme. Liked it.
Was it good?
It was good. It was fun. A tight, I felt like I understood this one more than I understood Asteroid City the first time around.
I didn't see that one either. Are they all just weird like that?
This one was kind of weird, but I don't know. For the fairly straightforward plot about Benicio del Toro kind of discovering, being an arms manufacturer, conglomerate, businessman kind of guy. That's not always more important than your family, that kind of thing. And so that was fun. But there's some dream sequences where Willem Dafoe's like a shepherd, and I'm like, okay, Wes, I'm sure some people this just clicks for, but for me,
I hate a dream sequence. I'll tell you that across the board.
I mean, they look nice, they're cool, but, and I'm sure if I read like a who, it's not BuzzFeed that's like got their finger on the pulse anymore. Who would you say who's writing articles about? I'm sure if I subscribe to the Substack of somebody on Letterboxd, I could figure out what these dream sequences mean, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, I'll go to the big picture. Sean Fennessy at the Ringer.
Yeah, but he had Wes Anderson on, so he's compromised.
Oh, he's compromised. I'll tell you what. I never see a natural movie review on TikTok anymore. They're all sponsored.
Yes, and that's frustrating because I feel like there was like a moment there where like I don't know, I got some on my timeline, but I guess I didn't follow the right people when it happened, and so I'm not tapped in anymore.
Guys, I'm not sponsored by Mission Impossible, and you know what? After a while, so I've watched every single Mission Impossible except 2 in the past couple weeks. You know what? I'd love to meet Tom Cruise in public. He's the only celebrity I would go up to and I'd approach. I'd have
He's
a
short.
conversation.
Well,
with him.
he's your size, so
How tall is he?
He's normal. Let's see.
Yeah, he's not frightening.
Tom Cruise height.
Look at Tom Cruise.
5'7", a very normal 5'7".
Okay, and that's with shoes.
I have no idea. It's not like a draft combine. This is just what Google says.
Pull up wingspan.
Wingspan 5'7". Oh shit!
See if
7'4"
they have anything.
wingspan for Tom Cruise. They don't show you that. They frame him kind of funny in the movies to make his arms look normal. He's a freak.
I was thinking about how good of a tennis player Taylor Horton Tucker could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he just locked into that earlier.
I was thinking about goalkeepers for the NBA, where it's like some of these guys, it would just be insanely OP if you just planted them. In
Yeah.
the goal. If you trained them from childhood to like really have the Tim Howard instincts or whatever to go for the ball, they'd be crazy. Nice Snoopy mug, that's cute.
You ever see you remember the dude with one arm who plays basketball?
Yes. Oh, he's got a religious name, I feel like.
Hansen Emmanuel or Emmanuel Hansen.
That's not as religious as I thought. That's not religious at all, actually. But yes, I do remember him.
He's still playing college basketball, and I think he gets minutes.
Good for him.
Let me pull up his stats. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I love him. I think it's cool, and it is funny to imagine. Like, there's definitely been guys on the other team who like their realization moment was like, "Yo, if this guy's giving me trouble, I'm not making the league. I'm not making it." So yeah, shout out to Hansen Emmanuel. Of all of the high school phenoms, of all of the Nico Mannions of the world, he's a fun one, and I'm glad he probably gets like endorsement deals and stuff. It's cool that he lives in the time of NIL, because if it was like 2008 or whatever, and he just couldn't make any money despite being really famous, that would suck.
And if he needs to, he can just go into the YouTube basketball scene and just obliterate everybody.
Yeah.
He's from the Dominican Republic. I didn't know that. Yeah, he plays 14 minutes a game for Austin, PA. They've been in the tournament before. I think he's mostly just a defensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check his defensive.
Hey, that's fine. There's plenty of guys with two arms who can't do either side of the ball. So
3.5 steal rate, 5.3 block rate. That is
holy shit.
Those are incredible. Oh my God! We need to get this guy a prosthetic. I would draft him absolutely because he's a big time athlete too.
Yeah, it's like the kind of shit he can pull off in game in terms of like speed and dunk and everything. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. It always feels weird to me when I watch him and I'm like, damn, if only, because I don't want to judge a guy for only having one arm, but at the same time, it just he's a crazy athlete. So shout out to him. And shout out.
It's also funny because I'm pretty sure he has massive hand, or he has a massive hand, I should say, that helps him like palm the ball,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like this dude who's missing an arm is more physically gifted than 99% of the entire world, and he's still not physically gifted enough to make the NBA. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about first? I have some general news. DraftKings started a political action committee.
DraftKings. Oh, DraftKings, the betting. I'm so out of the gambling. I didn't even realize what that
Yes.
company was at first.
Well, it's-
I was thinking like Draft Express. No.
Oh, sorry. My girlfriend's texting me about veggie burgers right now.
He's not locked, dude. He's texting girls about vegetarian. What is he? Guys, comment down some slurs for vegetarians.
Whoa, okay.
For wife guy vegetarians.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, they started a pack. The DraftKings did. So I thought that was cool. We should start one.
Well, what are they trying to do?
Well, I assume-
how is gambling restricted? Oh, it must. Well, there is one law in Illinois that is. I don't know what the status.
Yeah,
of it is,
they're
where
freaking the woke mob is taxing all my winnings in Illinois.
Yeah.
And so all of the shell companies that I set up in what's an Illinois city that's not Chicago? Where's Better Call Saul from? He's from oh man, that's so annoying. Let me see. You talk.
I didn't know he was from Illinois. And in Ozark at the beginning, they're in Naperville.
Cicero, Illinois. That's where Saul Goodman
Cicero.
is from. So yeah,
Okay.
I have a lot of people gambling for me in Cicero, but I've been losing money because the taxes are just so, yeah. I'm probably gonna send it overseas.
Just go to Delaware. You don't even need to go overseas.
Delaware.
That's where we do. All I know about Delaware is there's beaches, there's shootings, and there's shady financial stuff going on.
Hey.
And Joe Biden is from there, and Aubrey Plaza's from there.
Shout out to Aubrey Plaza. I just watched White Lotus season 2 a little while ago. She was in that, and it was
Yeah.
It was crazy, and I'm definitely not the first person to make this observation, because I remember seeing it when the season was airing, but I had no idea what the whole thing was about. The suspension of belief that's tough in this season is that Aubrey Plaza's husband does not want to have sex with her. He's like, I can't be bothered right now. Get away from me.
He's tech maestro, so it's believable.
Do tech guys not have sex?
Well, yeah, because he's locked in on tech instead.
What? What about Elon Musk? He has sex.
Yes, but to have children. Also, I don't even know if he's actually having sex with those people.
Yeah,
he might
no,
just be
there's
sending
no
them
way.
sperm on Amazon. Or
Yeah,
something.
he's putting nuts Bitcoin into the place, and then baby comes out. Yeah. So DraftKings started a pack. DeMarcus Cousins said that the Suns had multiple fistfights in the locker room over the last season, and Kevin Durant was on that within like 20 minutes of it being posted, and he said, "I have to contest this 94-footer. This is some bullshit to throw on us. Yeah, we were trash this year. Ha, ha, ha. But we never got close to this. Never." I do like just being straight up like, yep, we were terrible, but we never fought.
Who would even instigate that on the Suns?
Grayson Allen.
Yeah, well, not straight up. He maybe maybe during the practice.
He's like a little finger kind of guy. So he's going around the locker room being like, Bradley Beal, Tyus Jones. He said something mean. I don't know what. What would you say about Bradley Beal that's mean, I guess?
He said you're bad now.
Said
That's
true.
You know, we got a
Tyus
free
Jones
Grayson
said you're
Allen.
washed.
Tyus said that? Tyus is more washed than me.
Are you kidding me? Tyus, get over here. Let's fight.
We got a free Grayson Allen. Remember when he was the best three-point shooter in the league last year? He was Malik Beasley.
Yeah, but he got buff. That's what the Suns fans.
Did he get buff?
Yeah.
I feel like he also has like a lot of gray hair now, right?
Yeah, he's 45 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you
so,
see Ted Cruz getting pwned by Tucker Carlson?
I did see that. I liked that there was like part of that video where it was like, because Tucker was grilling him for a second, and then Ted Cruz said, "Well, you're saying Iran's not even trying to kill Donald Trump," and Tucker Carlson was like, "No, no, I'm not saying that at all. They are trying to kill him," and it was like, okay, you lost me again. But for a second there, it was fun, yeah. And Cruz has been seething about that online. I don't know if you follow his
is he
Twitter.
really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not logged into the most pathetic man in the world's Twitter.
I've only seen like quote tweets of it, but it's like AI images owning people being. The one was like Luke Skywalker. Someone was asking him, "Do you know the population of the Death Star?" In response to Tucker Carlson asking him.
That's
Yeah.
epic.
But someone.
Wait, and I love that. That's the analogy. It's like Darth Vader doesn't care about the people on his evil planet. destroying the machine.
I'm the same guy. But someone went through the Star Wars novels, and apparently
Oh.
Luke does know. He cared. He was like, it was 10 million stormtroopers that I fucking blew up.
We are Luke. Okay, that makes.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought he was just going mask off. I saw a clip where Ted Cruz is like, "My father. I hate communism. My father was killed in Cuba by Batista, but I hate communism." It's so funny.
Wait, by who? And it's like, the guy before. But whatever, everything bad is communism, right?
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes a lot of hoes are tripping, and that's communism too.
Whoa, are you serious? Guys, can I get a fact check on that in the comments? Is hoes be tripping communism?
The Rockets have reportedly offered Jalen Green and the 10th pick for Kevin Durant, but they've refused to include players like Jabari, Tari, and Reed Shepherd, who the Suns have interest in.
You could have Reed Shepherd.
Honestly, you could have Reed Shepherd. What?
I would much rather give up Reed Shepherd than Jabari if I'm doing this move and trying to be like competitive. Yeah.
When is Reed gonna be? It's hard to see. We talk about this with a lot of teams, but this is a team who the path to the finals will go through Oklahoma City. Will Reed Shepherd ever be able to? Maybe in a few years when they have to lose all their guys. I don't know, but so Jalen Green. I think Jalen Green is not an asset to anybody, right? That
No.
like they've all locked in.
It's like a fake rehab project that I've seen like 3 Nets fans online hyping themselves, being like, "Yep, if we could add him, we got shots for him."
Someone in the Bulls subreddit said we got to get this guy. It's just the Bull. I don't know why I even look. I'm just mad every day, and I didn't even. They extended Arturas, Arturas and Mark Eversley. You know who Mark Eversley is?
No.
He's the Bulls GM.
Oh, Shark Eversley, they call him, because he's so cunning in the boardroom.
Never see this guy. Never hear a single thing from him.
He deals in the shadows. Come on.
I wonder. I would love to know what he does day to day. I bet he literally does nothing day to day. And somehow, like after a couple years, it was like, could the Hornets hire Mark Eversley as their GM?
Why would they do that?
Could the Raptors? And it's like, what is this guy doing behind the scenes? He must be like tax loophole or like lobbyist or something like free. You know what though?
What?
Oh yeah. So at the end of right after we stopped recording our last episode, the Lakers sold for $10 billion.
Mm-hmm. Which sounds like you're being hyperbolic, but it was literally $10 billion was the selling price. So, yeah. I have a few things written down about that.
I'm praying it inspires Jerry to sell. So they go for 10. Celtics went for what?
6.
Does the 10 bring up the Bulls, or should they be at 6? Because we got to be number 4, or maybe the Warriors more valuable now.
Yeah,
but
I
at
think
the very worst.
You want me to look up the list?
Yeah, pull up the list. At the very worst, we're number 5 behind the Knicks and the Warriors.
Most valuable NBA franchises. Let me pull this up. Forbes list of the most valuable NBA teams. So, obviously this is a little wrong because this has the Lakers estimated at $7 billion and they just sold for 10. But
Lol.
yeah, the list is Golden State at number 1, Knicks, Lakers, Celtics, Clippers, Bulls.
I think a big... Wait. Knicks, Lakers, Celtics, Clippers, Bulls? Clippers ahead?
Yeah, Clippers are 5. The Bulls are 6.
You know what I think it is?
What?
Is the real estate, the stadiums.
Yeah, almost certainly. And that might even be updated because they just built that insane new stadium. The Clippers did.
Yeah. The Nets aren't in front of the Bulls?
Nah, the Nets are 8. The Rockets are above the Nets even. That's
interesting. So the Bulls do their stadiums in kind of like not that nice an area, but they did just they put a new like train station there relatively recently, and they do have a ton of concerts and stuff there. And I think Jerry Reinsdorf owns it, but I don't know. Either way, he's got to get at least $5 billion for the team.
I don't think he's selling. Yeah.
And if he really there really couldn't be a dude who squandered the value of it more. Like, this is a global brand without you doing anything, and it's still a global brand with you doing nothing.
Well, it's MS-13 now. That's what you needed. You needed to avoid that.
Oh, should the U.S. government buy the Chicago Bulls to get access to the MS-13 list of all the operatives?
that Jerry Reinsdorf is guarding. Everyone who's ever bought a Bulls hat, Jerry Reinsdorf, has their full name, social security number, and their DNA on a list somewhere.
Guys, every time you buy tickets, it's used to buy a gun that's used to kill someone in a drug deal.
Frick. Well, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Drug deal. Have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Like that drug deal? Yeah, that seemed kind of cool before it all went wrong.
Who was doing the drug deal? I don't know the drug deals.
That's what he walks in at the beginning. Josh Brolin, when he's out hunting and he finds it's like a drug deal gone wrong. That's where he finds the big suitcase full of money.
Oh, okay. So when I think of No Country for Old Men, I think of the certain device and who I'd like to use that device on.
Oh, okay. The
suction thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, who's to say who we would use that on? You know.
There's no way to know. My brain is encrypted.
Mickey Mouse.
But I'm willing to sell the encryption for 32 million ETH. What is that even? What is ETH? That's some kind of crypto.
It's
Ethereum. That's what it is. Yeah.
Fuck. No. There was something else. Ether. That's like an old medicine, an old-timey medicine they used to use that the entire island of Ireland got addicted to back in the day. Ireland. We don't drink alcohol no more. We only huff ether, and it's really flammable. And I don't know, the guys would just like fall asleep. They would pass out, and they would blow up an entire carload of ether on accident. And so they were like, maybe we should start drinking again.
That was epic.
That was epic. They should have. You know what they should have done? Oxy. If we could go back in time and just drop Oxy into Ireland, it'd probably be way safer for everyone.
I'd really just try and give them games, because imagine if they were gamers.
A whole island full of, because then they could beat British colonialism with gamer reflexes and strategy.
Well, yeah, because we could make Killing the British simulator, and then it gives us more reps. Mental
nice.
reps.
Ender's Game for British people.
Oh, I've never seen Ender's Game. Is he British in that?
I don't think so. I've never seen it either. I just know the twist at the end. It's like, guys, spoilers for Ender Game.
Spoiler.
It's like a group of kids being trained to kill aliens, like pilot these crazy ships and kill aliens, and they're training the whole movie. And then at the end, it's like, oh, you weren't actually training. You were blowing up the Iran of planets and stuff. And so, yeah, that's what will be happening with Ireland's Ender's Game.
Oh, I'd be so upset if everyone I was killing in GTA was real.
Really?
Well, it depends who.
Depends who.
Depends whose house I was at.
Hey, I don't know.
A certain man previously mentioned in this episode.
I'm not a big GTA guy. It always kind of lost its fun for me after a little while.
The story mode was really good in GTA 5, and then they
Yeah.
never added anything onto it ever again.
And I never understood how to, like, bank in the game. Well, I'm not going to learn how to use a bank in a video game or stuff like that. It's like, shut up. I do want to, I want to switch, though. I want to switch to, and I want the Mario Kart game where you drive around. That seems fun.
How much is a Switch to?
$800,000.
Soak that in, guys.
Yep, but it comes with Mario Kart. No, I think it's like $600, but I was also entertaining.
Wait, it's 600 for Switch?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
let me pull it up real quick. Switch 2.
I have a Switch, but I don't really use it.
Well, that's because you're not a gamer.
No, I'm literally. Actually, I haven't been playing video
Oh,
games.
okay. It's
recently.
$449, which is still more than
For a
I'd
little-
like to pay.
For a little guy like that? Come on.
Yeah. But I was thinking about getting a new desktop computer so that I wouldn't have to like do blacksmithing to get these podcasts uploaded. my current laptop, like I have to. It gets so hot when I upload this shit.
But then you got to get a gaming laptop so you can record on the go.
I don't want a laptop. I would just want like a PC computer, politically correct, and then I'd just travel with my laptop and make you edit everything.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Well. By this time next year, guys, we'll be making $80K a month, and we'll have a producer making $8 an hour.
People always say, bring Spawnhauer on as the third guy. I'm not doing it until we make more Patreon money. It's just not tenable. He's not getting any of that. I like the guy, and I would love it if I had enough to share, but we just don't right now.
We'll do pro bono. We could give him exposure. That's about it, guys.
Okay. God, let me. Is there any other stuff you? Oh, the Lakers' new owner, Mark Walter. Yeah. So I liked that his Wikipedia page said he's notoriously private, because that just it was very like real old money type shit. Every rich guy's so like trying to be cool nowadays. I miss it when rich guys were just like shadowy and creepy.
That connects to the Ocean Gate Titan submersible. The guy, Stockton Rush, desperately wanted to be like Elon Musk. And Elon Musk and there was one other guy, and he had a term for them. There was this intern girl that talked about how he talked about them as like they're ball busters or something like that.
That's
in like a positive way. It wasn't ball busters, but it was something like that. And he desperately wanted to be like an.
He wanted to bust
innovator.
balls with these guys.
He probably desperately wanted to be on Joe Rogan.
My God.
Yeah, being rich should be silent and committing crimes that will never be traced to you. Well, reporters will report on it, but no one will care because it'll be in the Pittsburgh Gazette.
And then they'll kill themselves.
Yeah, because nothing to do with you though.
Yeah, no, it's hard to be a reporter.
And it's mental health month this month. So
Is it really?
yeah, did you hear?
No.
Did you see the MLB had rainbow hats? Like they put rainbow color on the. I saw the Dodgers.
Are you serious, dude?
They had rainbow color on the LA.
I'm not watching Dodgers anymore.
And Clayton Kershaw wrote a Bible verse next to it, then the Bible verse is like, after Noah drowned the world, or after the flood drowned the world.
Oh shit! God drowned. Oh, that's why the flood came.
He said a rainbow came out and fixed the world, or something like that. It's like, this is why you didn't perform in the playoffs, buddy. God let you down there, didn't he?
Hey, yeah, fuck that guy. Shout out to the Dodgers. They're up in the base department this week. First of all, the pride thing is based. I was just joking before, guys. But second of all, they kept the Border Patrol out of the building. Border Patrol showed up. They're like, hey, we know there's illegal aliens in there, and the Los Angeles Dodgers were like, literally kill yourself. And then the other guys had to drive away.
But also that girl sang the anthem in Spanish, and they banned her for life.
Wait, I didn't
Did you
hear
see
that
that?
at all.
There was a girl who was singing the national anthem, and she's like, "I'm gonna do it in Spanish." And then, like right before, they're like, "You're not gonna do that. It's not no." And then she said, "Oh, okay." And then she did it anyway. And then they're like, "Banned for life, Adam Silver style."
Banned for life. That's such a stupid thing to get banned for life from a baseball game. But yeah, based. Yeah, that's not based. That they banned her. You should be allowed to sing the national anthem in Spanish, especially in today's climate. But yeah, I don't know. Good on them for not letting Border Patrol in. And then also the Lakers' new owner, his big company TWG Global, they do partner with Palantir to help embed AI into financial institutions. Quote from their website, AI is no longer an add-on. It's embedded into the fabric of every decision, every process, and every outcome to deliver tomorrow's competitive advantage.
Oh, did you see? Who's the dude, the Asian dude who quit ESPN and now he has a YouTube channel and he does like cool reporting?
Pablo Torre?
No, not him. Is it June Lee?
Oh, I think yeah. I think because he just disappeared for a minute because he had a non-compete clause, but he's back.
Yes, June Lee. Guys, I am June Lee on YouTube. I saw a clip of him talking about how the Boston Red Sox, I think it was, used AI for their interviews for president of baseball operations. For 5 rounds. So 5 rounds of interviews, someone applying to run the Boston Red Sox wasn't talking to a human being. They were talking to an AI interviewer.
I don't like that. That would make me feel like that scene in Blade Runner where he's like interlinked. You remember that?
Yeah. I never saw the movie, but I've seen the clip. Interlinked.
You never seen Blade Runner, dude? That's just one character that you can't be like, he's literally me. So you're missing out.
He's okay. Gojo would kill him, and that's literally me. So.
Oh, you kill people.
Yeah.
Cops, get them.
How? I'm killing them too. in a fictional verse. With my infinity superpower. But you know what?
What?
Would I be better off if AI ran the Bulls than Arturus?
Probably.
Let me pull up AI right now.
I don't know if you should. What are you gonna? It's bad. It's bad for the environment.
Well, it's just one-time use. I literally do not use this ever.
This guy's literally dumping batteries into lakes.
I'm gonna say, who should the Bulls draft?
I hope it says Igor Demon. Oh my god, that'd be so sick. Well, it'll probably just say Cooper Flag, actually.
Well, no, it should know. All right, they listed a bunch of different people. I'm gonna say pick one.
Pick one.
Yep, they said Igor Demon. Okay, it's the same. It's the same thing as the
maybe
caveman.
Arturus is What'd you say?
Oh, I think we had a little bit of lag. No, maybe Arturus, because Arturus can't be using it because there's no way he can use a computer. But maybe he's just the puppet, and that's what's going on. It has been AI this entire time.
Okay, maybe, but maybe not. Also,
I guess, but also maybe.
Do we have big lag? What's going on right now?
Yeah, yeah. I opened.
That was pretty snappy.
Oh, are we back?
No, your response was very bad. Oh God.
No, should we pause it or something? I don't know. We never run into this on Riverside. It's all because of AI, guys. I'll never do it again. There's a Microsoft Copilot button on my laptop. It's the only time I've ever used it was just now, and when I tried to organize the lobbyist request. It couldn't do either of those things.
Well, I hope you learned your lesson. Should we pause?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like
Alright.
it's fine now. We're
Alright,
back
we
from.
fought off these villains.
We did the Terminator franchise. We just defeated AI.
Guys, AI is only bad when it displaces jobs and when it destroys the environment. So,
I think it does that second one every time.
yeah. But
Okay.
also our fridge destroys the environment too. But I got it. Yeah. I mean,
How?
because the energy. I think like or one person's fridge, we use like the amount of energy as like an entire village.
I don't give a fuck about that.
But I need AI to displace at least one guy's job. But maybe I don't know. Maybe he's the last line of defense. Maybe human stupidity. I'll value his human stupidity once he's gone.
Yeah. There'll at least be like a human touch to the stupidity. After that, you just kind of know that it's a bad algorithm running it, and it's like you could see the moves they're gonna make. What are we? 36 minutes in. Oh my god.
Guys, it says 35:30. I don't know. We didn't need to round in that scenario.
Aren't you
He's
Mr. Rounder?
Yeah, but I
Then
mean,
shut
I
the
don't know
hell
why
up.
we need to lie to, because the audience is gonna think they're on delay, dude.
Andale.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Remember when the NBA used to have? When did they wear the Spanish jerseys? Los Bowls, El Heat.
I do remember that. It was in like the LeBron Heatles era, but it went for a while because
Yeah.
we just saw in Italy there was a guy. You see the most insane NBA jerseys in Europe, first of all, like the kind of shit. But there was a guy wearing the Los Valley Kevin Durant jersey.
They still have it. Okay.
Yeah, and so, but the El Heat that was definitely with LeBron. Yeah. So, and I think Los Lakers was like, that might have been Jordan Clarkson. If I'm not.
Is Los Valley right? Spanish speakers, chime in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm time stamping it. 36. I'll round it. 37. Excuse me. Game 6. Hey, we left last time being like, I really hope there's a game 7.
We told you guys. We guaranteed it 100%, and we were
stamped
right.
it. And so, just tack that on to the wins for the State of the League, fellas.
Yep.
Scoreboard us 100. Scoreboard all the other podcast guys 40. They got a few wins.
Scoreboard communism 0.
Scoreboard victims of communism 100 million thousand.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Shoot.
And we're counting. They count the Nazis in that. I'm pretty sure.
Do they actually?
Yeah, I think victims is like anybody who died in like a war with. They're like, yep, communism got them. Damn it. And so, yeah. But so game 6. What do you like? What angle should we talk about this from? Back against the wall, the Pacers come out with one of the best games of the season, and the Thunder play probably their worst individual game, I would say. There's been a few other real stinkers in this postseason for them, but this was just like a masterclass of dog shit. Top to bottom, every angle, really bad on both ends of the floor for the entire time.
Well, we saw Pascal Siakam summon the demons. His eyes rolled into the back of his head in the pregame. And guys, this is why we need the fanfare. We need the pregame starting lineup. We need the pregame huddle recorded
It's
because
funny
we
to
need
imagine
to see these rituals.
The other timeline where we just got Kendrick Perkins being like,
and just an ad for FanDuel or something while Pascal is summoning these demons.
yeah. And so then he dunked on Jalen Williams.
Yeah,
Demon mode.
So I watched this game last night live. I didn't check any stats, and I haven't rewatched it since. So you're gonna look into a live reaction on the podcast of me looking at the box score for the first time.
Cool. Okay. All right. I have a lot of.
Siakam only had 16.
Yeah, I mean, you would. It was honestly like a crazy team effort from the Pacers. No individual guy on Indiana really had like a statistical performance.
Obi.
Let me finish. Jeez, there was a number of guys who, for their standards, had really impressive games. Obi Toppin first among them. 20 points, 6 rebounds, you said? Probably like 80% true shooting. That motherfucker did not miss from 3. He was killing them, especially in the first quarter. And then I would also single out TJ McConnell. We got another just crazy impact TJ McConnell game. It was interesting because you said maybe they should save TJ for the end of the game the last time we talked, because just giving him Halliburton's minutes, which we also thought Halliburton was going to be out of the game.
Yeah, we thought he was dead.
And he looked way better than I was expecting.
I wonder how that happened. I wonder how he got healed.
Power of Christ.
Or something.
Power of something. Power of... Carlisle probably just lied also.
It's mind games.
You can say... we're prepared, like that's not tampering or whatever. It's totally legal to be like, hey, yeah, we're practicing like he's not going to play tomorrow. But like he does, and he looked a lot better, especially like I was expecting him to be like Aaron Gordon game 7, just like visibly limping around out there, but he looked really good. But yeah, TJ McConnell, back to what I was saying about him needed to be saved for the end of the game. The end of the game didn't matter. And so, like, the first half, it was fine for him to go out and just completely wreak havoc. He's really having one of the crazier, like, little stretches from a role player that I can remember.
He's becoming canonized, especially if they win. How much would he make He's not going to be a free agent, right?
No, he's not. Because I think Zach Lowe said this. He was like laughing about the Nets would throw him $30 million.
Straight up, I'd rather pay him the money than Josh Giddey. That whatever money we're gonna pay. Yeah, he's just incredible. If they, no, it'll probably depend on Game 7. I was gonna say. Is there any chance he could get Finals MVP? Probably not.
Nah, no. Well, that's the thing. Is like, let me pull up what everybody's stats are for this series so far.
If he has a big Draymond type game, what if he did win a Finals MVP? That would be incredible.
Yeah, that would be crazy. What are the averages for this series? Right now, I would assume Siakam's leading. Yeah, so Siakam is averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 combined steals and blocks. Halliburton is averaging 15, 7, 5, and 2 combined steals and blocks.
Boo.
Calm down. So yeah, I would say it's going to be between Siakam or Halliburton. And honestly, if they were to win, which is this super far from a guarantee, it would be between whoever has the better Game 7. I would assume.
Chill on super far, dude.
Well, it's because I'm just worried. I really just want Game 7 to be competitive.
Anything can happen in Game 7.
I know, but the Thunder's role players, they shoot like 45% from 3 at home. And so it's just like, oh, man. I want a fun Game 7. If we get to OKC on Sunday and it's like, yep, 25-point game at halftime, I will be so upset.
Game 7 should have to be played at a neutral site, and it's a pop-up, like the All-American Rejects.
Like at the house parties?
Yeah. And then you like imagine you walk down, you're like, oh crap, Game 7's in my backyard.
Oh shit. My neighbor's literally hosting Game 7 right now. I gotta get over there. Yeah. So, let me think. From Indiana, Nemhard, good game from him. Very good, like, lead ball handler minutes. Because, I mean, Halliburton, he looked better than we thought, but he was also not 100% clearly. And Nemhard did a really good job filling in the gaps there. And then just really crazy game defensively, top to bottom. Like, we talk so much about this Indiana team on offense, but they won this game by making Oklahoma City's job on offense impossible. Like, it seemed like there were tripwires on OKC's side of the floor and booby traps and things because they could not score at all.
Yeah, they turned it over a bunch at the beginning of the game. It ended up being 21 turnovers for OKC to 11 for Indiana. So that was a huge
box
disparity.
score watcher Guys, a little context here. All of the starters were subbed out at the start of the fourth quarter, so the turnover battle was really 16-8 through the first 3 quarters. You'd only know that if you watched the game, though, so wouldn't expect this guy to know.
That's worse, dude. I watched the game. I just didn't watch it back.
That's fine. But no, it is
in real time.
It is worse, and
I was living in the moment, dude.
Can I go? Is it my turn yet?
Fine.
How many times do you think OKC's lost the turnover battle this postseason? Never. Once. They lost it
to Indiana earlier, right? Or no?
Oh,
no,
but,
Indiana
okay.
won a game with they lost the turnover battle and they won it.
I should have phrased it before this series. I went back, so Grizzlies series, Nuggets series, Wolves series, I went through all of those. They lost it once to the Timberwolves, I believe in Game 3, and then in Game 4 against the Nuggets, they tied. Both teams had 14 turnovers. But to lose it this badly, 21-11, 16-8, literally double the turnovers, it was, I don't know, just something that we haven't seen the Thunder do this postseason. And really, this was a terrible Shea game. That's what I walked away thinking.
What did he finish with?
21 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 2 assists, 8 turnovers.
Oh, yeah. This was his most turnovers he's had, by far. Jesus Christ. Jalen Williams was minus 40 in this game.
It's the worst in NBA Finals history.
Caruso was minus 33? That's not canon, dude.
That's fake. But yeah, so as someone who went back and watched this, the thing that stuck out to me the most was the offensive process of Shea. It definitely felt like a game where he wanted to be aggressive, but really that just kind of manifested in forcing bad shots where he didn't need to, and then passing out of jumpers at bad times. And there would be wide open shots that, oh shit, hold on, talk.
Oh, what's going on here? All right, he's not even muted. All right, he's getting up and he's bumbling. But so in this game, the Pacers had 16 steals to the Thunder's 4. So really, it was just a momentum play. They just came out and thumped them early, and then it's just impossible for the less hungry team to come back when you get punched down the throat that hardcore. Are you back?
I'm back. Sorry, I deadbolted the door, and my girlfriend got home, and so she would have been locked out.
Is the pizza aggressive?
The pizza?
Is the pizza aggressive? Do you know that?
No. The fuck are you talking about?
People always say, do you know how you would be calling? Never mind. It would take too much explaining.
Oh my god. Yeah, so terrible Shea game, bad offensive process for him. Oh, I wanted to show you this picture of one of the plays they had where... Oh.
Nope, my eyes are closed. Nope.
Why? Why are you being difficult? Okay, so there's 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Shea's forcing up a baseline jumper right here.
All right.
This is Aaron Wiggins off of the screen, and so he's
pretty wide open.
He's just wide open at the top right there. Yeah, it's a tough game for Shea, definitely, but a bad game for everyone. Chet, I think, is one. Carson Turdsesh he tweeted out, I think Chet literally might be the worst center field goal percentage in an NBA Finals now.
What is he for this series entirely?
The series, I still have this open. 35% from the field.
What is he just overall from everything?
35 from the field, 11. We can round it 12% from 3, 95% from the free throw line for a calm 44% true shooting.
And what is he? How many points and everything?
11 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block.
Rougher series for him.
Yeah. Miles, literally everybody for Indiana that they're throwing at him, he's not dealing with the physicality well. Siakam, I feel like, has done a pretty good job holding up on
Yeah.
him. Even though, to start this game, Chet had a couple good moves on him when it was like 10-2 or whatever right at the beginning, and it seemed like the Thunder might have this one in the bag. But yeah, every time Miles Turner bumps him or whoever, he just, I don't know, the bag is not there. It's been a really rough offensive series for him.
And let's see, so from 3, OKC was 26% in this game, or 27, and Pacers were 36. That'll do you in. The second quarter explosion was nasty. Did he do the poster and then hit the fadeaway? Were those back to back or no?
In my
When was the
mind, they
poster?
were. But I could be misremembering it. The poster was sick as hell, though. I mean, people were mad that Mike Breen didn't hype it up more. Did you feel that way?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't have the volume on super loud.
Yeah. Breen was just kind of like, "Oh, whoa, what a play," and then kind of kept it moving. It's like, that's one of the craziest plays I've ever seen live in a finals game. Like, that was an insane dunk. Yeah, so Chet in this game, 4 points, 22% shooting. Last 3 games, he is 30% straight up from the field, 38% true shooting, and he's 1 of 7 from 3. So yeah, there's and like if you go look at the lineups, they're really rough defensively when he's off the floor, and so it's just kind of been this pick your poison.
Wait, who off the floor?
With Chet off the floor.
Okay.
He's still doing like a pretty good job defensively, even though the block numbers aren't crazy. He's walling up in the paint, but yeah, it's just been a very tough series for him. And then we were up for a fleeting moment, wax wings soaring in the sky. Jalen Williams coming off that 40-point game. What did he finish with? 16 here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like he was better than Shea offensively in this game, at least when it mattered.
Clip that, everybody. He's better than Shea.
He's literally better. He's literally fucking MVP. He's a real MVP of this team. No, but like when the game was close, I thought J-Dub was like getting his baskets very much within the flow of the game, and they were both making stupid, bad turnovers and weren't really facilitating. I think the whole team had 3 assists in the first half, and the starters finished with 4 assists total. But yeah, I thought J-Dub was a little bit more decisive as a scorer. But really, I mean, yeah, there was just so much like standing around and dribbling the basketball in the post and all that shit that you're just not going to win this game if you're OKC. Even if Indiana had a worse offensive game, which they didn't really shoot lights out. Like you said, 37% from 3, I think 41% from the field, and it just didn't matter. They were too good on defense.
Yeah, and Caitlin Cooper said the change from the Pacers to dial back some of the full court pressure in exchange for dialing up the half court pressure with full-bodied help and occasional doubles altered the rhythm of the game while preserving energy on offense. And that is something that I was earlier in the series. I was like, how can they possibly operate like this? How can you play 100% on offense, like speed-wise, and pick up full court? And so I think it is smart to switch it up in both ways, just energy preservation and just different looks. And I mean that different look is probably a big reason why Shea struggled too, and along with poor 3-point shooting. So if they do shoot better from 3, it matters less, but still. Rick Carlisle, Goaty.
Yeah, he was great. And so, all right, next thing I wrote down, which role players do you like the most for a Game 7 explosion? For a Draymond Green 2016 Game 7 moment. What are we feeling?
I like TJ the most. I feel I still need another Benedict Mathurin game.
I was thinking that too. I feel like if there's a moment for it, hostile environment, he just takes over, it would be so cool.
Those would be the big two on the Pacers, and obviously Obi's been having huge games all series long.
Yeah.
Is that probably maybe that's it for the Pacers, and then for OKC, obviously Caruso. I wonder.
I think Caruso or Dort could just have a flamethrower 3-point. Dort had, I mean, he's had a couple this postseason where, I mean, he did it against the Nuggets in one of those fourth quarters. He hit like 4 straight threes. If he could put together a sequence like that, it would change the Thunder's life.
I think we could get an Aaron Wiggins game. We could get where he saves basketball.
That would be fun.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I like TJ. I wonder, Aaron Nesmith. Could we get like?
Yeah.
What's he at?
But he's a star, so.
Okay, so he doesn't count for the role player quality.
No.
He is a 48%, 49% from 3 in this series. So it's not like he's been shooting poorly or anything, but yeah. I would like him a lot. It would be cool if Miles Turner, like, if I'm just thinking storylines here, caps off the decade with the Pacers, just like the longest, I mean, one of the longest tenured players with one team in the league right now. If he capped that off with like a really good Game 7, that would be fun too.
Yeah, and it'd make everyone feel good about his money that he's about to get paid. But the most important thing I think for Game 7 is you just hope that it's close, that nobody comes out flat, that Halliburton's calf doesn't explode.
Yeah.
And then as long as it's close, I'm fine with either outcome.
Yeah, I guess I would. I don't know. Because like, if OKC wins, it's a testament to everything we know about how good teams function, how to build a team, not just like the advanced numbers and everything, but also it's just been like a very sound, logical process. Pretty much outside of like forcing Josh Giddey to start, everything else has been like very much you completely understand where they're coming from. But if the Pacers won, it would be more fun. And so I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, because OKC, I really do like everyone on OKC, and I think they deserve to be rewarded, but I do think there's a really strong chance they'll be back here. The Pacers, it's a little more uphill, but maybe that's just that's more continuous Pacer doubting, because really, if we just look at it like, last year they won the in-season tournament, right?
I believe so. Yeah. They beat the Bucks, I think.
And then they were the second best team in the East, and then they were a great team for the most part.
Didn't the Lakers win the in-season tournament last year?
Was that when did they beat the Bucks?
I don't remember.
Bucks, I think the Lakers. How many have there been? Have there been 3?
I think there's been 2.
Well, Darvin Ham won
the inaugural one.
He won with the Lakers. Was he the coach He was last
Yeah,
year.
he was. Because he was their coach in the Lakers Nuggets series.
The Pacers did win one though, right?
I think maybe they won it this year.
No, the Bucks won this year.
Oh, then I don't know. Maybe the Pacers didn't win.
Google how many in-season NBA in-season tournament champions.
How many?
But they were an incredible offensive team last year, and it was like, oh, if they could ever get this defense.
There's only been 2. The first one was 2023-24. And so, yeah, it's been Lakers, Bucks, Pacers have never won one. Maybe they were in the finals once or something. I don't know.
Did they lose to the Bucks this year? I don't know. That's crazy. But either way, so then they had the defense. They had a top 10 defense this year, right?
Yes, they rounded out the year very good on the defensive end.
And so really the only like data point that's telling you they're not with like the top teams is just the names on the roster. It's like these guys are really pretty good, but they're not that good. So maybe the Pacers will just continue to get back here and be a dynasty or something, or just like a strong contender in the East. But I don't know. It does feel incredibly hard. I would, you know what? I'd take that back. I would like it if the Pacers won more.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough because I agree with that feeling, that like the Thunder will. It seems like the Thunder will be back, and it seems like the Pacers have less of a guarantee. But the West will I don't know.
Şengün will get better.
Şengün will get better. The Jalen Green leap is coming. If lightning strikes Reed Shepherd, that will be a team to be feared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steve Nash couldn't do it against his OKC defense. No, he could.
Steve Nash versus Alex Caruso? Yeah. All right, pal.
Oh, come on.
No, but yeah, the West will just be very difficult. I just wonder how likely it is that like OKC gets another run to the finals where they only get seriously pushed one time. Another run to the finals where the team they match up with in the conference finals is just like pretty good. I don't know if that's the case. It could definitely be the case. Like the West I thought was going to be this crazy bloodbath this past season, and it kind of ended up being OKC and a bunch of like pretty good teams, but not really like world beaters. So I don't know. And then in the East, I mean, the Pacers I think are very capable. Running it back, they could beat everybody. Like especially with the Celtics gone, which like I honestly think this Pacers team could theoretically beat the Celtics if they had been healthy, but we don't even have to talk about that because they're not.
I don't know. I still do feel like the West was really good, but it was just not normal NBA in the West. And this OKC team was too far ahead because that Timberwolves team, on paper, I mean, that's a legit contender. I like a lot of those guys on that roster.
But like, I don't know. I do still think that like, if you throw Julius Randle as the solution to this OKC defense.
Hey, but good Julius Randle.
I'm not even trying to say like Julius Randle, playoff choker or whatever, but like, he does have some flaws in his game. There's some holes, and I think this OKC defense is built pretty well to exploit them. And yeah, I don't know. Like I get the normal NBA thing, but I just don't think normal NBA. I think that Wolves team is still probably an outside shot at winning the championship.
I also wonder how we'll look back at this iteration of the Thunder, because this could end up being maybe the best or one of the best that they have, because obviously the young guys should get better. Chet and J-Dub should get better, but they will lose more of the pieces. And this is kind of like when the Sixers had the team with everybody on it. Like they had good Simmons and Embiid, they had Jimmy, they had TJ, they had JJ, they had
that's a crazy duo, TJ
Tobias.
and JJ on the same team.
Yeah, it's crazy looking back how stacked that roster was, and then it's like, yeah, how did they not just win it with that one? And this year, I wonder if we'll have any kind of hindsight effect with that, where it's like, man, they had Hartenstein, they had Caruso, they had all these guys, and on these contracts, it's crazy. So, but yeah, if they do end up losing, there's definitely more realistic optimism with them that they could get back here.
Yeah.
Although the East is so bad next year. So
Desmond Bane has something to say about that.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tyrese Halliburton cook this defender.
Can Siakam handle Paolo? We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. Paolo's pretty thick. Siakam,
he's
he's frail. He's not that
Who's
frail.
the thickest guy in the Thunder?
I would say Caruso. Lou Dort. Lou Dort's built like a brick.
Oh yeah, he's got bunda.
Yeah. I did, if you want to pull it up without your computer exploding, lobbyist request thread. I put one out earlier today.
Oh shoot! All right, pulling up on my phone.
Hacking mainframe. Beep 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 boop beep bop.
Oh, okay. This guy is the AI. Those computer numbers were a little too good.
Yeah, I listen to dial-up internet while I do research.
All right, should I start at the bottom or the top?
I don't know.
Can't believe how much lag he had answering that question.
Well, it's because DeMarcus Cousins just responded to Kevin Durant, and he said, "The source was one of your teammates, Killa, and I wasn't referring to you. Save this shit for the others, homie." ...
Whoa! All right, who was his source? Who's on the team that's friends with DeMarcus Cousins?
I would have thought KD because they were on the Warriors together. Let me think. Royce O'Neal. Boogie friend or what?
Did they play together?
I don't know. What do I look like? Some encyclopedia?
Okay. All right, I'll scroll to the bottom to reward the most active lobbyists.
All right.
Most
The
people with
Glazers.
notifications on their phone. Djax, will you coach the Knicks? Parentheses, either of you, but preferably Pablo. No, and I'll tell you why. I'm not good at public speaking, so can't really handle the New York media. And the thing is, I'll get bad PR in New York because they'll say, "Who are you supporting in the mayoral election?" I'll say Zoran, and they'll say, "But why do you, as a Jew, support him? He hasn't affirmed Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state." And I'll say, "Israel should be abolished." And so then it won't work out well.
New York would hate that. Some
Yeah.
of New York. Some of New York would probably fuck with that.
Guys, rank Cuomo 1, dude. He has so much experience, and
He's a complicated guy.
those old people are gonna die anyway. Okay,
That's what
they're
I'm saying.
old. They're
also-
old as frick, dude. And
Didn't-
those all those the women are lying. Many of them are lying, dude.
I've never been more confident than women. He's the skeeviest guy alive.
It's Chris Cuomo. You think he needs to do something against ladies' will?
Yes.
Come on,
yes.
he was on top of the country with him and his brother Chris.
Hey.
In the band. Hey, put the fucking virus away. This is like a fucking grandma's lasagna.
Yeah. No, I believe those women. Andrew Cuomo, fuck you. Official stance of the State of the League podcast. Yeah, I won't coach the Knicks either, but that's just because I'm stupid. And I would get out coached and it'd be frustrating. I'd be like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Oh, man. I can't believe he made that adjustment.
You damn, me on the sidelines. Damn.
Damn, are you
Dude.
seeing this? To my assistant coach, and he's just like, what the fuck?
What would you do with Kat? How would you work around Kat?
I'd send him to the bodega, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay. Guy, that's racing to New Yorkers. That's
New
their
York.
culture's not your costume, dude.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, on a pick and roll. Oh, I brought it home, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What's the next one?
What's it called? Also, we're literally employed by State of the League Inc. That doesn't exist yet, but it will.
It will once. It will eventually. Once Pablo talks to his friend.
When Zoran wins mayor, then we'll get on it.
Okay.
So guys, rank him.
Rank him.
Something that benefits only us.
Nice.
Fergus, Magic, the Three Rex, the Baniac. He's here. What are some pieces/fits you think the Magic might still need to look for this offseason to seriously challenge in the East next year? I think a vet point guard, Schroeder, would be my choice, and maybe consolidating at center by trading one of Wendell Carter or Goga, plus another center for an upgrade at starting center would be the two moves I'd make. Also, any late first-round prospects that might be a good fit with the Magic's late pick they still have? You know whose pick that is.
The Bulls.
That's your pick.
Oh, the Nuggets.
What-
That's the
what
RJ
is that
Hampton.
from?
It's the Aaron Gordon deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have like 25. And
Yeah.
That's from the Nuggets. I think obvious answer is shooting. We just need more shooting everywhere.
Yeah, and so I'm not looking to Schroeder for like honestly, the way I look at the Magic, I'm like, we're doing the point forwards thing anyways. If it doesn't work, having Tyus Jones or whoever isn't gonna like fix our offense. Having a guy who gets you into your sets isn't gonna work if like you can't already run the point forward. So I would rather just prioritize shooting. Like if I could have Dennis Schroeder or who's like a good bad defense, good shooter, low money kind of guy.
A point guard or just a guard?
Just a guard. I'm not worried about the five positions right now.
Grayson Allen or no? He's good at defense.
Let me see.
Honestly, I don't know.
Let me see. NBA free agents 2025.
Well, they already have Corey Joseph.
Is he good at shooting?
He actually shot 36% this year.
So Precious Achua, This is fake. This is not real because Steven Adams is still on this list, and he just signed a big contract. Delano Banton. Ooh, DB Hooper. You could go get him. Yeah, I don't know. Nick Batum is a free agent. I wouldn't mind 1 year of Nick Batum on this team.
I wonder. So, Jonathan Isaac is going to be a free agent, right?
This year?
I believe so.
Is he on the NBA's official free agent tracker? Let me go to show all pages.
He played 71 games this year, only at 15 minutes, and his shooting did fall off. So I wonder how they feel about him and how impactful he could be over the course of a playoff series. He's phased out a little bit. But I do wonder how this team would look if they did have a legit center, because we like all these centers that they do have. Like Mo Wagner was really good over the course of this season.
Yeah. They have 3 centers who, for 18 minutes a game, dope. Sick as hell.
Wendell and Goga we like, but yet they don't have a true 7-foot anchor type of guy. I wonder, maybe that could be the answer at 25. Maybe they could get Ryan Kalkbrenner, the big white.
He's got AD measurables. Have you his all of his impact stats? So I guess that's not measurables. That's intangibles.
AD dominance. The only difference is AD was 18 and he's 23.
So yeah, Isaac actually not a free agent. He just signed an extension with them, 4 years, $15 million a year. So
what a blast!
That's honestly thin blue
18
line.
million a year. You said
15.
15. The thin blue line.
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
Because
we got to save money for the lawsuits,
I don't
so we can't
love
give
the
it all to
idea.
his salary.
I don't like him and Michael Porter Jr. Swapping ideas in the locker room. But if we can get them on the floor together, it could be fun.
Well, what if it converts one of them? They're like, wait, this is how I sound?
This guy's a psycho. Oh, my God.
But Jonathan Isaac is a real God guy. Michael Porter Jr. is not, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. Michael Porter Jr. is just definitely not, like, dropping Bible verses off the top.
No.
And Jonathan Isaac seems like he very much is.
Like, Michael Porter Jr. is like, yeah, I just think being gay is a sin. And they're like, oh, which part of the Bible is that in? It's like, I just saw it.
Shut up, dog. Quit asking.
I saw that it's in there.
It's in there. Walking around, dropping your favorite Bible verses, we've gotten accused of being mean to Christians in the comments before. And so I want to say...
Yeah, but is that all from one guy? I feel like it might be, but I don't know for
Even if it is. It's fine if you're someone who likes the Bible. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's just for people who, use the Bible to say things like gay people are bad. That's not based or cool. I'm
not respecting any conservative ideas, even if they're shrouded in religion. If you're just like help your neighbor, and I believe in Jesus, I believe in helping neighbor, helping the poor. That's all the more power to you. The problem is those people are increasingly rare these days.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would start shooting. Shooting's the move every time. If you're the Magic, a 7-footer would be cool. Legit big man would be cool, but spacing is like that's especially like small contract, cheap guys providing spacing. I feel like that's the most important thing you need right now.
Walter Clayton Jr. is mocked to them on Tankathon. He's a dynamo shooter. He's the Florida kid.
Yeah.
There are people who really. I think Ben Pfeiffer really likes him, but you guys know my POV. Too small. So, if there's
when we do our draft preview, my only thing is I'll just come in at the end and be like 6'4", too small. I'm not taking him.
And yeah, so around this range, like Noah Penda, I think could be pretty cool. He's a French big thick wing, but he's got a little shooting concerns too, maybe. But I kind of think he'll be okay as a shooter. And then Maxime Renault, a true 7-footer, not really a true rim protector, but he can space the floor. So that could be pretty interesting for them.
Next question.
Sean Marion Cotillard. Is that a reference to something? I don't
Probably,
know.
but we're not cultured, so we don't know.
No, I haven't seen Pride and the Prejudice or whatever. Do you think the winner of the finals becomes the new template for teams with the new CBA rules? Deep bench team with an emphasis on getting everyone involved versus mostly homegrown team that hit on a lot of their draft picks. I think there's definitely going to be lessons learned from both of these teams, and the Pacers might be more of the new normal.
Yeah.
To where it's just you don't necessarily need a top 5 guy anymore. Top 10, but teams with top 5 guys will always be better positioned, I think.
Yeah, like you could have worse depth and have a top 3 player and beat this Pacers team. It's possible. I will say, yeah, I don't think either of these teams, template is the wrong word because there's so many moves that like you're not going to recreate if you're trying to build a team. You're not going to get Siakam for Bruce Brown and a pick. You're not going to get Alex Caruso. You're not going to get Neesmith. Like there's a lot of like these crazy upside picks or hits. I mean, not picks, but overall, I would say the emphasis on depth and the importance of drafting is becoming clearer year by year. I do wonder, like, I feel like that we're trending the direction. It might become rarer to see teams do the Desmond Bain type deal. Like, teams will just be like, hey, our picks are really important. You know, that's 4 swings that if we're responsible and we do our research, we could add, like, a really high-level guy, even if he's worse than Desmond Bain.
And we might be in the chemistry era. And so when you have a great coach like Rick Carlisle and then you marry him to a player like Tyrese Halliburton who has a very clear ethos, then you meld those guys together, you construct the entire roster around that, you change people, you get Siakam to play a little different. You get all these guys to play a little different. Maybe the power of chemistry can overrule all. Which OKC also has incredible chemistry, and they have fostered a culture where everyone goes 100% on defense all the time, including Shea, which is something we haven't seen in years. Well, actually not that. Giannis played defense, and that wasn't.
Yeah, well, especially
long
from
ago.
lead guards.
Yeah, that's really the big thing. A 6'6" guard. Haven't seen that since Jordan.
Okay.
Barry Propel. Jack, are the French people actually kissing all the time like they say, or asking for a friend?
Yeah. I hate to report on that front. It's just there was a lot of PDA in France. I'll say that much. It's not all like, I don't know. My waiter wasn't kissing a guy when he came up and took my order, but you know, you go on the train or to a park somewhere, and there's probably people kissing.
Did you sit down to a restaurant and they said, "What will you have?" And then you say, "Oh, I'll take the fish."
Freaking burger.
And then he picks up your girlfriend's hand and kisses, and he says, "What's for the lady?" And then
Yes.
you're like, "Hey!"
Every French person is Sanji. That's what they don't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, like, if someone annoys you, you could just, like... I carried around, like, a picture of a pretty lady, and I would just shove it in their face, and they would pass out. They would become so infatuated. So that was nice. Little cheat code for traveling.
Helen Mirren on the beach. That's what he had.
Yep.
Shoe care. This is for Jack, a.k.a. Jokic Joestar. Pablo, cover your ears. Based on your trip to Italy, if you were a borderline NBA player, would you rather play in Italy, parentheses, or any EuroLeague, or a minimum bench role in the NBA?
That's tough because a minimum bench role, I think they meant for the question, to cover your ears for. So, cat's out of the bag at this point.
What?
Huh? I think the bench role in the NBA is still considerably more money, unless I'm like one of the higher paid players in European basketball.
Well, you're a borderline NBA player, so you'd be a good guy in Europe for sure. You wouldn't. It's not bench warmer versus bench warmer.
Okay. Yeah, I think Europe is the move. There's definitely a lot of positives that people like. I get why Nikola Mirotic was like, I'm done. I'm cool.
Yeah,
you know,
because he got punched.
Yeah, if I got punched by Bobby Portis, everybody took Bobby Portis' side, I'd be pissed too. I'm not coming back.
And you have to play for the Bulls.
Yeah.
And,
What a
you like
nightmare.
come to work. Where's Paul Zipser? Oh, we almost killed him. Oh shoot.
Yeah. So the EuroLeague guys, it's pretty sick, probably.
Detroit Pistons.
Whoa.
The Piss-Tons.
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen. Curious to hear from Mr. Ball. Being a draft guy, who was the best player you were right about and a player you were entirely wrong about? Thanks, everyone, and Killian Truthers unite. I was a Killian Truther. My list of misses are very long and much longer than being right. But who was I right about?
Bryce Sensible.
40% three-point
Time will
shooting.
tell. Time will tell.
Honestly, I can't think of a big hit off the top of my head. I only think about misses. I'll tell you what.
Were you big on Giannis?
No.
Were you big on
I
Shea?
didn't. I wasn't doing it back then. Shea, I was missed on completely.
Were you big on...
Name all the good players that have been drafted since 2018.
Were you big on Zion?
Yeah.
Really tough, that one.
Yeah.
Really tough. Were you big on Anthony Davis?
Oh my God, he was the greatest college defensive player I've ever seen.
Yeah. Anthony Davis in college was like Wemby in the NBA.
I was much more optimistic about Trae Young than the general public, and I feel like I was right for a long time.
I feel like you're still right.
He's stagnated a lot.
Yeah. That's crazy that you've become too small guy while still being a Trae Young truther.
It's just he's too maxed out. He's too skilled. He's too good at everything.
He's too cracked.
He's too cracked. He's Shroud, dude. He's literally Shroud. John LaValle. Blazers, how does the Bane trade impact NBA superstar Jeremy Grant's trade value? I know Jack wants Tumani, but you can pry him from our cold dead hands, and that's a fact. Jack, this
Whoa.
guy's like Joe Biden.
Okay.
Personally, I think Grant could be a decent backup plan for the Rockets if they aren't able to get Giannis or KD. Heck, they can even have Thibault. I do think Thibault's got some legit playoff contributions in front of him.
Yeah.
Jeremy
Jeremy Grant.
Grant
The
might be
money
a little too
isn't as
pricey.
bad as I remember, but it's still.
Is it 20s or 30s?
I think he's 20s. Let me pull it up real quick.
If they were able to do like a Jalen Green swap, I think that's an upgrade.
I mean, it's an upgrade, but like it's just crazy that's where Jalen Green is at right now. Okay.
I was wrong about Jalen Green.
He's $32 million next year. That's too much money for Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, if he was just on like 18, he would be a
Yeah.
wonderful swing. But it's too much money. So, like the Rockets, unless it even like Dylan Brooks, I don't want to give up Dylan Brooks for Jeremy Grant.
Absolutely not. No.
And so it would have to Jalen Green, but that's about it for
To
them.
me, Jeremy Grant is somebody you're attaching assets to get rid of, probably. Even though I think as a player he could like help someone somewhere, it's just that is way too much money for a guy who was that bad as a self-creator last season. Even I get that the Blazers suck or they were a bad offensive situation, but not that bad. Not 40% from 2 bad.
Bo Kyer. If the Spurs trade for KD and roll out a Wemby KD front court, what should the nickname be? Suggestions? The Slendermen. Did he mean men? The Greys. Greeys. Jacked Skellingmen. Let's see.
What did they? So skinny and tall. We could do a beanstalk and the beanstalk. It could be 2 beanstalks.
The Locked Door.
Why?
Because it's hard to score. It's hard to get, so we can't get through a locked door.
Okay, all right.
The Locked Door.
The locked door. That'll catch fire, guys. Yeah, feel free to use that one.
Gav, parentheses, TRG. Wolves, hi, Jack and Pablo. My wife, who doesn't listen to the pod, parentheses, lame, chanted, Jack is back when I was watching the new pod the other day. Pretty cool. That didn't happen.
Pablo's mad.
You
Pablo's
planted-
literally
Howard,
seething right
this
now.
This is literally Ruth Conda. This is literally my 4-year-old daughter. Yeah.
Jack Conda forever. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to your real wife chanting that real thing when you really watch the episode. Appreciate that. Big dog.
And he's enough glaze. Diving a little bit more into the MVP voting talk from last episode, I believe, why does voter fatigue need to be a thing? I've noticed the same thing in the NFL too. I felt Lamar should have won MVP last season, but they gave it to Josh
Playoff
Allen
choker.
because of a do factor. How does this affect guys outside of the clear top 3 consistent candidates, Jokic, Giannis, Shea, like Ant, Wemby, etc.? Gav, TRG. I think it, because everybody is so legacy-pilled and so trophy case, that, like, you can't just look at things in a vacuum. Like, I remember when Jokic, there was at one point where it popped up where it's like, well, Jokic is going to have the same amount of MVPs as Jordan. Or something like that. Or
it'd
more.
be LeBron. If he had won it this year, it'd be him and LeBron would be tied in MVPs.
And some people, it's like he's going to have 3, but Kobe only has 1. Does Duncan have any?
Duncan has 1, 2003.
Yeah, he has more than Duncan and Kobe combined. That doesn't sit right with me. And it's the same kind of like baseball. Babe Ruth wasn't a Hall of Famer, so no. But Babe Ruth wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer, so nobody's a unanimous Hall of Famer. It's all that stupid stuff. And then if you like Lamar Jackson, if you have huge regular season and then you like have bad playoff series, then it's not in people's minds. It's not okay. You were incredible and then you just played bad. It's everything you were doing all along was fake.
Yeah, it was fake.
And you got exposed, and we figured you out. And so you may be putting up big numbers this time, but we know the truth behind these big numbers, and you're actually not that good.
Yeah. And then also there's definitely the aspect of, like, new with all of it.
Yeah.
Where Shea this year, it was sick that he, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. He had been around this is his 3rd straight year All-NBA first team, averaging 30 points.
He's been around.
He's been around. But, like, for the Thunder to explode onto the scene and Shea to play as well as he did in the regular season this year, there's definitely an aspect of that where it's like, it's happening right now, and this is undeniable. I'm not used to this at all, and so it's very much the thing that I care about. At the same time, it's always, I don't know, like, especially last year, it was so funny watching Theo Ash, like, make the Lamar Jackson case every day on TikTok, and then all the comments would be like, no, Josh Allen's better. Like Theo, 2 full minutes of, like, this is how hard Lamar Jackson's schedule's harder, his offensive line is worse, he's playing better defenses and putting up better numbers, and people are just like, no, he's a playoff choker. I don't want to hear this.
And yeah, so for future MVP candidates, it feels like Jokic will be a strong contender at the very least every other year because he's just putting better statistical seasons out than everybody else. And the only thing that stops him really is either team wins or fatigue. But really to match Jokic and Giannis, you got to be putting up all-time seasons. And that's what Shea did this season, which is why he won.
Yeah.
Edwards... he's going to have to bump the stats up. Wemby, I feel like it'll be relatively not
Wemby
super
can do
hard.
it.
If the offense doesn't have to catch up as far,
No,
because
if
he will
Wemby's
be,
like 22 and 10 with 4.5 blocks, that will move the needle for people a lot, I feel like.
Yeah. And then outside of that, like, yeah, we'll have to see who emerges. But Tatum's never going to win it, okay? So don't ask about him.
Hey,
Okay?
rent free, pal.
No, I'm just...
Hey, you brought him up.
No.
Yeah?
Shoot.
Guys, clip that. I just fucking owned him. Who's next?
That Boy Nice expert, TM. Read this or you hate Steven Adams and New Zealand.
Whoa. I don't hate either.
Rockets, what's poppin', Jack Attack and Poblizzy? Cool.
Hey.
Coming at you from the launch pad with an end-of-season question about my Rockets. Despite our very loud, sucky three-point shooting as a team, we're also towards the bottom of the league in both free throw percent and assists, arguably more damning than three-point variance and a tangible reason for close game losses. The free throw shooting was very bad in this year's playoffs. Like, it was crazy how many they lost.
Like, there was games against the Warriors where it was like, if they were shooting 80% from the line, they would be down 1, but instead they're down like 11.
Do you believe this is an issue fixable through injection of a more capable offensive facilitator, whoever it may be? Is this a more damning sign of inherent roster construction issues? Could this be alleviated through natural young guy development and offensive scheme tweaks? Let me know, fellas. TBNE. And then in parentheses, P.S. Jack, I saw your Letterboxd, and we have pretty similar taste in movies. House Moving Castle is 1A on my favorite movies of all time, right next to Amelie and La La Land. Good taste, man. Love to see it.
Based. I'm literally Hal.
You're literally what?
I'm literally Hal?
Who's that? Oh, Howl. I thought you said Hal.
I'm literally Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
From Amelie or La La Land.
No. Okay, so schemes. Do they fix free throw shooting? No. That's like an off-season touch improvement thing. Do they fix assists? Yes. I definitely feel like there's ways to put everybody in positions where it's just easier to move the ball. And I think it's not like a lot of these guys are, Carmelo Anthony, catch the ball and feel it out for 5 seconds kind of offensive players. Everybody would be pretty willing to make the swing pass here. I just think part of it is they're not really in the right positions all the time, and the paint is extremely clogged. I think assists and three-point percentage kind of go hand in hand.
So let me see the free throws. So in the regular season, most of these guys were pretty good. Let me sort by games played the most. So Jalen Green's an 80% free throw shooter.
Okay.
Shengun was 69 this year in the regular season. That's
terrible.
That kills. And he's the guy who's getting to the line most in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks is 82%. Oh, and Amen is 68%. That's pretty bad. And Steven Adams was 46%. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Jabari's good. Fred is good. Aaron Holiday's good. Tari's 76.
It's crazy.
He doesn't really get there.
The Steven Adams part where their offense was so bad down the stretch in the Warriors series that Steven Adams making one free throw a possession was like much more efficient offense than the shit they were getting when he was off the floor.
Yeah, so everyone who got to the line, Shengun dropped from 69 to 63%.
What was he last year? I'll pull that up. You keep talking.
Amen was 69%. Oh, Amen and Shengun combined are getting to the line almost 11 times, and they're both shooting sub 70%. So really those two guys, and then Jalen Green fell to 67% in the playoffs. Fred VanVleet didn't miss a free throw.
Based.
And then Steven Adams was horrible. So really, it's just the guys who get there. It's just three guys: Shengun, Thompson, and Steven Adams. So if those two improve, then you're normal. But the problem is Shengun should improve. I feel like. Do you have his numbers?
Yeah, they're not great. Rookie year 71%, sophomore year 72%, last season 69%, and then this season 69% once again. So we have 4 full years where he is a 70, 69-ish percent shooter. He has soft touch and his mechanics are good. And so the path to him becoming a good free throw shooter, it's there for sure, but it's just not super promising to be around for this long and not see a market improvement in that.
And then a men, I don't know.
Yeah, granny style. I'm trying to get motherfucker. We're bringing it back. Steven Adams, granny style. Let's get it going, guys.
Or just one leg in the air. I like that.
Let Şengün start pump faking.
Oh, that could be part of the routine.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that not allowed? Because everyone will jump.
Yeah. It should be like an onside kick. You have to announce it.
But yeah, so more skilled shooting. Shooting kind of boosts everything. Better shooters will shoot better at the line. Better shooting gives you more space, which creates more openings for passes.
I also think Jalen Green is straight up a terrible passer. I know his assists he's probably like a 4 assists per game guy, but he's where the ball really sticks a lot, and he does not really generate advantages for anyone else.
Yeah, and I wonder if he'll be around next year. I feel like he shouldn't be, but
I don't think it's good for anyone.
He might be stuck there.
Yeah.
Rainbow Trout. If OKC wins, so I'll read them both.
Okay.
If OKC wins, congratulations, OKC Thunder. You are NBA champions. It seems I was wrong about you. I sincerely apologize to Presti for calling him a fucking buffoon for not utilizing any of his treasure trove of picks to move for Cam Johnson. You obviously didn't need him. Date bio. And then if the Pacers win, you fucking did it, boys! I can't believe you guys are the greatest team in NBA history. Fuck net rating. Fuck Sam Presti. He should have used all those picks for Cam Johnson. The West will live to see another day. I give every team member free but limited access to 5 of the 9 orifices on my body. Congratulations and yes, sirs. 5 of the 9 orifices. So 9 orifices whole, right?
Yes.
2 nose.
2 ears.
2 ear. 1 butt.
1 mouth.
6. Okay.
1 front one, regardless of I don't know what gender this person is.
If they got a vag or a peen.
Mm-hmm.
If we have intersex, they have both.
And then eyes. Do eyes count?
I hope not. Belly button.
I would rather count belly button than eyes. Guys, quit being gross in the Patreon.
Yeah, you brought down the mood, dude.
Rainbow Trout, we were having it was so fun until that. You had such a good gimmick with your 2 timelines thing.
You killed the vibe.
Yeah.
No. Rockets Gay Pride 2025.
Nice.
How does Pablo feel about the Rockets trading for Kobe White? I'm thinking about First and Cam Whitmore. Is that enough? I know the caveman is unpredictable, but best wishes to Pablo. It's probably enough because I really don't know what Kobe White's value is anymore because he will never move the needle for this team.
In a real world where the Bulls had spent this entire season like focusing on improving his trade value, I think he'd be kind of a nice commodity for people.
He's interesting because small guard, 6'5", short wingspan. Probably would get picked on in a playoff series should he ever escape the depths of hell. Mm-hmm. But he's also very scalable offensive player. And you know what? He'd actually be incredible on the Pacers, which is the new Jokic next to Jokic.
Yeah.
Because he is a great off-ball shooter, and he could spot up from so deep out. And he's so fast. People don't even realize. Kobe White transition, one of the fastest guys in the NBA. Mm-hmm. He can't jump out of that, really. And it's not the same in the half court. But his handle's gotten better every year. His passing has gotten better every year. He's a legit dynamic offensive player who can really do damage in the playoffs. But I don't know if any NBA team values him that, and we don't know what the caveman will do. So let's say the alert comes in for me. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Kobe White to the Rockets for Cam Whitmore and a first.
More than you got for Caruso.
It's more than we got for Caruso. That's for sure. And I'm also not necessarily a huge Cam Whitmore believer, but he's something. He's not the worst swing in the world. What pick do the Rockets have this year? Do they have anything?
I think they have the Phoenix pick this year.
Oh, they have number 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I got number 10, Yeah, I'd be okay with that, and I'd be happy for Kobe, and I'd be happy for the Rockets because I think that'd be a good marriage.
Yeah.
Because I think he could be. Well, I don't know. I think
Hey,
he's a
him
better.
and him and Jalen Green's spot. I feel like the Rockets are a much
Yeah,
better team. Just
and I was thinking I think he's a better scorer than Van Vliet.
yeah, definitely. I think you definitely.
But he's not a leader like that.
Yeah, and I like Van Vliet as a defender for being so tiny. Still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you could get Kobe White onto the Rockets, it's just such a desolate offensive situation that like he really does change your life. You would be like, "Oh my god. He could shoot 37% on 9 threes a game?" Yes, please. I need that.
And then that boy nice expert said Cam Whitmore, Josh Giddey offense making $70 million a year combined. That might make Pablo go bald before 21 because he's 05, of course.
Nice.
Dash TBNA. I'm on finasteride, idiot. And then if we get Kuminga in there,
That'd be crazy. It'd be the most expensive team in the world.
Rainbow Trout said, "Hey Pablo, want to hang out?" Josh Lerman said, "Thank you." No, I don't want to hang out. No, that's just
Not after the orifice situation.
Josh Lerman said that too, and they also said thank you. Okay. Turkish Delight 28. OKC Williams. Hello, Jairusburg and Parmesan. If OKC end up losing Game 7, will people forget J-Dub's 40-point game and only remember his minus 40?
I won't.
Plus minus. Also, I haven't eaten an apple all year and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. How many do I need to eat today to ward off the vicious man of medicine? Dash Shengun's cousin.
At least 180, because we're over halfway through the year.
Well, do you just... How long has it been since the last visit? You got to eat that many.
Yeah. Start eating, pal.
No, I think the 40-point game is much louder than plus minus.
He's
people
literally
don't know
24 years old. Like, it's crazy. Regardless of what happens, it would suck in the short term. But I think the second we start getting into, like, a momentum period for J-Dub again, like, say next year, we're in like December and he's like a 27 point per game scorer or something, I think a lot of people would start recontextualizing the playoff run as like, hey, he was pretty good.
JT Powers, does the fact that Indy has the thing to Game 7 does the fact that Indy has the thing to Game 7 and will probably be champions kind of validate the caveman? Just always striving to be competitive because this is a dumb sport and dumb things happen. Why tank? You could just somehow win it all because who cares? Why not? What a dumb sport. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh.
You know what? I think it... Because the Pacers operated very similar to the Bulls, and so I do worry. The difference is we don't have a Halliburton-level player. And when we did make our Siakam move, we did it for Vucevic, who's not a Siakam-level player.
Yeah.
So the process is relatively similar. Just be very conservative, and then hopefully avoid disaster by sheer luck, which is their 8 and trade. And then you take... Oh, yeah, because the problem is the Pacers took advantage of the Kings being even stupider than them. But the Bulls, we don't have anyone stupider.
Yeah, the Bulls are the Kings in a lot of situations.
Yeah. And so, really, we would need Josh Giddey to be Halliburton.
Yeah.
And we would need, I don't know, Buzelis to be Siakam.
Hey, that's not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
But yeah, I'm going to kill myself, too.
Nah, come on, guys. The draft is next week. You could get a good player.
I almost blocked him on accident.
Whoa, don't do that.
The Michael Jordan of watching S... ... There's no way to see his full name. Hey, Jack the Tall and Pablo the Little. It's your 4th favorite guy. Okay. The Michael Jordan of giving you $5 a month.
Nice.
Oh, shoot.
That's a great name. Thanks.
When the Pacers win, manifesting, James Wiseman could technically get his 2nd ring.
He was on the Pacers, I guess.
He was on this year?
I think.
And he was on the Warriors in 22?
Yeah, definitely that one. The Pacers would be much more of a technicality, I figure.
2 more than Ant LaMelo. So my
Nice.
question is, should the Bulls consider giving him a max? He's a free agent, and if they get Kuminga, that's championship synergy. Giddey, Wiseman, Kuminga sounds like too much for the pitiful East to handle next year. I sure know I'd like to see them smack the shit out of some teams.
Whoa.
August 15th, 16th, 2026 in Chicago. Hashtag MS13, hashtag Bulls Nation, hashtag Threepeat. Sincerely yours, Mike. I'll be busy that day. I won't be in Chicago that day. But no, it is actually. So what did they trade for Wiseman initially?
What did they get in return for him?
Yeah, what was Warriors' first destination for Wiseman?
Okay, so Warriors trade Wiseman. I'm pulling it up right now.
Because if we had traded, we absolutely were the team, and the dumbest fan base on the planet, the Bulls, would have talked ourselves into.
The Pistons get James Wiseman. The Warriors get Gary Payton II and two future second round picks from Atlanta. The Hawks got Sadiq Bey, and the Blazers got Kevin Knox and 5 future second round picks. Damn, okay.
What? Wait, who got 5 second round?
The Trailblazers.
For giving up Gary Payton?
I guess.
And
Jeez.
was anyone else or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a miracle the Bulls didn't get in on that.
Yeah.
Pablo, what brand of microwave do you have? And this is from Private Pap. I don't have one.
That's crazy. What do you mean?
I don't have one. I have an air fryer. I don't have a microwave. It didn't come with my place, and I don't really use.
Yeah.
I don't use microwave really, because the oven is better for heating everything else up.
It
Only
just
for
takes
popcorn.
a while. I'm impatient.
It's just with pizza, the level. It's there's.
Well, this
It's
is because
such a
you don't be
higher
making.
level
This is
in
because you don't be
oven.
cooking for yourself. Like
Yeah.
soups and things. That's got to be microwaved.
But I have a kettle too, electric kettle.
What are you gonna put the soup in the kettle?
Well, what if I need to heat up water?
Yeah, but what if you need to reheat leftover soup, which you don't need to because you don't cook for
Oh.
yourself.
And yeah, I wouldn't be into leftover soup, really.
It's the best. Oh my god. I saw this crazy person on TikTok. They prepare individual ingredients and they freeze them, and then they can like take out the blocks of frozen stuff and then make a custom soup.
See, frozen soup, that's better to me. But yesterday's soup reheated in the microwave, I'm saying,
You're so elitist.
let me move on to a new soup. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what the rich man would say.
Cat with a hairpiece. That's CAT. Hello, you jerkish co-star and Pablo Escargo. Fuck your.
He got you, dude.
If you played in Game 7 of the NBA Finals and had one iconic play to seal the win, what would you want it to be? I've often thought about this, and there's something very appealing about a clean block on a potential game-winning dunk attempt.
I would
So
cut Alex
what-
Caruso in half with a samurai sword.
All right, I have two ideas.
Okay.
Number one, you're guarding someone, and they're taking the final three-pointer. You catch their shot in midair and chuck it, full court shot, and you score on it.
Okay.
And the other, you pin someone's, same type of situation. They go for the game-winning layup. You pin it on the glass and then throw it in one motion with one hand, full court, and win the game.
Neither of those feel super realistic to me. I'm trying to keep it grounded.
Yeah, you're not a
And that's
superstar.
why I'm cutting Alex Caruso in half with the samurai sword.
Okay, yeah,
he steals the ball, and then I go, shink, and it barely looks like I move on the TV screen because of the frame rate. But then his torso slides off his fucking body as time expires.
What happens if James Johnson goes crazy, sneaks a gun in, kills Shea first quarter?
They probably have
Game-
to replay it.
Game is canceled.
Yeah. But
series canceled?
Nah, come on. You can't give the Thunder the win just because of that.
How long are we waiting to play
1 week.
Play again?
1 week.
Guys, I don't want it to happen, but I'd be very interested to see how.
I'm interested in
they'd
how Adam handles that.
Yeah. The Shane Battier of Feminism also asked if I want to hang out, and then someone said thank you. I don't know what's going on.
They are conspiring
Stop
against you
asking.
guys. Keep it up. I like it.
Big Poop, Spurs Rockets. Hello, PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye. I don't know which one of you is the racist one and the Irish. It's been a while.
Well, Pablo's Irish, so.
I'm Irish, so. These finals have been just beautiful to witness. The crowds are incredible. It's great to see such passionate fan bases in the arenas. But off topic, I've been thinking, amend to the Spurs trade package? Not good with trades, but gave my best shot and don't care that they're state rivals. Spurs get Amen and Van Vliet. Rockets get either Castle or Fox, maybe both, and some future picks. Spurs get yet another defensive demon to realize Pablo's idealized Spurs mega defense, and the Rockets get either a scorer PG or a very young, promising one that isn't nothing defensively. Did not consider the money at all, just know that Van Vliet is big expiring. Who says no? The Rockets say no, because I think they value Amen more than Fox.
I think Amen
Castle
is their number one value right now.
Yeah, I think they're not going to trade. Like, they're trying to not trade him for Giannis.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think De'Aaron
he's
Fox
he's close to untouchable. You know what they'd say on the phone? They'd say, "Give me Wemby."
Give me Wemby, genius. Then maybe I'll entertain the idea of giving you this guy.
Tumbis, since every living coach apparently doesn't want to coach the New York Knicks, if they could resurrect one coach, any coach who's retired is dead, and bring them on to coach their team, who would do the best job with their current personnel? If they've hired a coach by the time you're reading this, I'm canceling my Patreon subscription. Re-up for a year, Tumbis. We cooked it.
Yeah, Tumbis. More like Doombus.
Yeah.
Guys, if you didn't know, Tumbus is spelled Tumbus, and so that's like me calling him dumb.
Yeah, pubis.
Pubis. Poopus. Shit ass.
Oh, okay, now he's going hostile. He's going to cancel.
No!
Bring back to life Chuck Daly. Ask him if he threw the Dream Team game. No, I don't.
I bring back to Chuck Daly, I'd be like, yo, your suits are so cool, dude.
I don't know. It's hard to think of a coach from the past. I mean, Greg Popovich is retired, so give Greg Popovich 100% health.
He's not retired. He's the president now.
That'd be the best one. The rest of them, like, the game is so different that, like, I don't.
I'm bringing
even
back Red Auerbach, and I'm just scaring him. I'm showing him on him. I'm just like letting him freak the fuck out at all these threes.
Oh, you know, I was watching an episode of the Celtics documentary that Bill made. By the way, 10 parts. Be real.
Glaze. One
too
fucking
much.
title. Well, two since like 1984. Glaze.
It's crazy how racist Boston was, and Red Auerbach was not. And he made all the players of opposite races share rooms with each other so that they could understand one another.
He remembered the Titans to them.
And they didn't even appreciate Bill Russell, and I think, and I didn't realize Dave Cowens was like the main character of the Celtics for a long time.
I didn't realize that either.
He was a huge deal. Interesting stuff. But yeah, Greg Popovich would be the one.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Let's do
Victor
one more.
Victor Wembanyama says trans rights. Hey, every pony. With Wemby training with monks to become the best player in the league next year, it got me thinking, what NBA players would benefit most from monk training? Who is in desperate need of a mindset change? My pick is Anthony Edwards, so he can stop being absentee Edwards. Also, Pablo, do you want to hang out? No.
Thanks.
Draymond Green.
I guess. I don't really know if a mindset change does that much for him.
He's got to be less violent.
I mean, I guess, but
and
like,
out of control.
The edge is what makes him so good. I think
Oh, Pablo.
Paolo is a Paolo. His mindset was good before he tore the oblique. He was getting to the rim and stuff. Julius Randle, my mind kind of goes here. Jalen Green, I do genuinely feel like. I don't mean to. I've spent this entire episode just shitting on him, but if he was like rim pressure first, everything second, if that's what the monks were training him to be like, hey, the rim's good. You want to be close to the rim. That's nirvana. That would be very good for his game, I feel like.
Trae Young could get him to playoff ball. Sabonis could get him to quit the sport. So
Yeah. Sabonis with a shaved head would look so crazy.
I should respond to this one. Baked ZD. I'm here yet again to tell Pablo that he has till game time on Sunday to apologize for Halliburton slander he's been spitting on the podcast, constantly underplaying his skill set by saying other players could do this, while being true in theory, is kind of sloppy and lazy move. It doesn't matter whether guys like Trae and LaMelo could do it too, because they don't. Not saying he's perfect or even more talented than those guys, but he's got more championship-level abilities, and that's what matters. Talent don't mean a thing without the ability to use them. I expect that apology by Sunday, or you'll receive more than just a Pascal spinning elbow. Expect a Miles Turner shoulder check as well. Former Bulls lobbyist and current pacist, Big ZD. Also, do you want to hang out soon?
You see that?
6'1".
Fucking, it's so tiny.
Same as you, dude.
Nah, I'm 6'4".
You're probably 6'1" barefoot, dude.
Let me see. Hold on. Wait. Pulling this up. It's loading. Look at that.
Okay, 6'5". Okay.
It's a massive difference.
They weigh the same, dude, okay?
Yeah, just because Trae Young's fat.
Okay. I apologize to Tyrese
Trae
Halliburton.
Young's made of tungsten.
I apologize to Tyrese Halliburton. I'm down right now, but I'm going to be up again one day.
It's such a crazy player to want to be up against. It's so insane.
Wait, what?
To want to be up on Halliburton. It's just so crazy.
Well, now it's about my pride as a man, dude. Now he's challenging me as a man, so.
Haven't you seen Vinland Saga?
Yeah.
You should know that's not the point.
I'm not on season. I'm still in season 1, Torfin. So.
Okay, that's cool. That's based to just be like, I'm killing it. I'm still killing everyone.
Yeah,
I'm in my killing
mode. Come on, you got to get your kills in before you get tired of it.
Yeah,
I don't have my kills in.
I'm in my killing arc.
Yeah.
I'm in my farmland arc, so don't talk to me. I'm farming.
Don't talk to him.
Okay, 157. We can cut it off. We could save the rest of these beautiful lobbyist requests. Everyone probably recording after the game on Sunday, either Sunday evening after or Monday morning. So.
It will be the next day because I've entered into an agreement with my friends to watch at one of their houses.
To hold hands.
Nope. No, we're not doing that, guys.
Friendly style. You can hold hands
No.
with your friend. Oh.
Guys don't do that, okay?
He's going
Clayton
hunting
Kershaw.
with his friends.
The Noah Rainbow.
The Noah Rainbow. All right. Cool. David Robinson. Shake your ass. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.